Ja, für mich Englisch ist besser.
Ah, Englisch ist besser? Okay, ja, auf jeden Fall.
Ja, mein Deutsch ist immer scheiße.
All right. Yeah, so let's go into English. Yeah. Dito, es
No, no,
ist gut, wenn wir
this you should not put it in our interview, please. This,
What? Can you hear me?
this what I told you should not put in the interview. You should cut it out.
Yeah, yeah, of course we will. It's just, of course we will do.
Thank you.
So yeah, hey, it's so nice to see you and to meet you. Thank you so much for making the time. And it's all right if I call you Dito, or
Of
would you?
course,
Yeah,
of
of course.
course.
So fantastic. So thank you so much for this amazing movie. That is such a rich movie. That the characters have such a deepness, had such a curiosity. The movie really was so inspiring, was so colorful, was so deep in every sense. The humor was great, the music was great. So how do you feel making such an amazing movie that is so inspiring?
Oh, Nadine, thank you so much. I mean, this is beautiful too. It's so. I'm so happy to hear that from you. Dankeschön. Vielen Dank. Yeah, I mean, and what is the question? Because I was fascinated by your.
Um, How do you feel after a movie like that? We're having the opportunity working with great actors, with a great team, being a great director. How it feels after a movie? Do you feel exhausted? Can you enjoy it?
Uh, you know, I actually, this is my life. I mean, I cannot live without filmmaking, but it's not like a pathetic sentence. It's real. I hate when somebody just bringing himself as an artist who cannot live without work and so on, blah blah. But you know, uh, I am repeating because really, if somebody would forbid me to work to make movies, probably I would die in a couple of weeks, maybe even earlier,
Yeah.
because it's for me sort of breathing. That's it's a I have to any story or any interesting character I'm meeting in my life, everyday life. Yeah, I'm it's my strange attitude that I'm all immediately putting him or her or situation or whatever, putting in a cinema logic, so
Yeah.
how it would be in movies. So did I answer your question?
Yes,
I
that's
think.
lovely. That's a fantastic. It was a very simple question, but you made it very artistic, very inspiring. Thank you so much for a great
Thank you so
answer. Yeah. So, why you called the movie Roxy?
that's the first thing when we started to work on the script with production together with Tommy and Delaine, Eastern Film from Stuttgart. Uh, I don't know, was a working title, but then later we were thinking how to what to bring, maybe new title to change it. But then I thought Roxy is not a bad title because it's a name of a dog which is always there
Yeah.
and which is most brutal. But at the end, it's come out that he's less brutal guy in the whole team. And so somehow I don't know. We were just discussing it for a short period, but then we all decided to leave Roxy, this working title, and I think it's not bad because he's sort of it's a Roxy's metaphor of whole this group, I guess. It's
Yeah.
always difficult for me to talk about movie, my own movie, because it's so much feelings I put there and whole our team that then put all these feelings into words. It's quite difficult.
Yeah. It's interesting that you say that because when I watched the movie, I really felt I want to it's such a feeling movie. You have to feel it. I read some reviews and they really sometimes could put the movie into words and said, yeah, I could never describe that because it's on so many levels. There's so many parallels and it's such a rich movie. So you're the director, but also the script writer. So why did this goes hand in hand? So sometimes do you also just direct, or you always do the same at once, or you say, okay, I'm the writer, I also have to direct my script, or?
Yeah, I will try to give it. It's a very interesting question. Thank you very much. First of all, I started to shoot movies when I was 12 in the school. So it's somehow I got this feeling to make movies. I mean, from childhood. So I'm always writing myself, but of course there are sometimes co-authors. And 2 times when I made a movie, I'm giving you a little bit longer answer. Sorry for that. But even when I'm making somebody's script, then it's not written by me. It's not my script. Even so, I mean, the film becoming mine immediately because I'm open. I'm very open for changes. And even with Roxy, because we were shooting in a COVID period, the hardest period, and we were blocked in a very many ways. But that was fun. That was sort of adrenaline when we were changing things while doing, because there was no other way. So, and then coming to your question, of course, for me, when I'm writing script, I mean, I already know somehow how actors will move. I already even know who could play that.
So when you write your script and then you go to the location and you have all your actors, sometimes when you shoot the scene, it looks so much different in the camera, and then you see this actor playing. So do you change a lot of scenes when
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm quite open for surprises. Some of my colleagues, they hate surprises, and they want to follow the script like Bible. For me, not. For example, if I'm giving you a stupid example, but you will understand. For example, if I'm shooting scene with 2 characters, man and woman, they're standing on a field and they're talking, which we wrote before. But suddenly, out of nowhere, unexpectedly, the magic, I don't know, magic huge bird is suddenly coming into the frame, throwing some fires, talking like a man, and flying away. Yeah. So most of directors. Sorry.
There's so much fun, so much humor in that. I mean, you would be stupid not catching that.
Exactly. So many of my colleagues, they would cut this scene out because it doesn't fit to something which they wrote before. But I would catch it, and I would try my best to bring this element into the movie.
Yeah.
That's a difference of approach. In approach to the material.
I truly appreciate that you're, as a director, that you're so open to it, because there often I see, I mean, an actor like David Strauss, so he's such an incredible actor. I mean, when you have an actor like him, I mean, you just give him a camera, give him a partner, or just he without the partner, and he can play, he can fulfill. So often I think, because the director has so much power, I think it would be so much serving the movie so much more, and the characters, when the director would give the actors so much more space just to play. Just, here is the camera, just play. And this is something what I think it's so beautiful about your work. So I think a lot of actors really appreciate that.
Thank you, because you described it absolutely 100% right how I'm working. Because I'm giving to the actors, I'm giving freedom, and they feel very comfortable with me, most of them, and because they are also creators.
Yes.
They're not feeling themselves under pressure of dictator or somebody, you know. They are free. They are creators together with me and together with scriptwriter and so we are creating something together. And if there's some surprise, so that we have fun and we try to, if the surprise is catchy and interesting, we are following it. If not, of course, we are getting rid of it. So it's like a playing jazz, you know.
This is so fantastic. This is so beautiful. I think, yeah, a lot of actors really appreciate, and I think when you watch the movie, you really can sense that you all had a great time, that
Yeah,
they
that's
could
true.
really feel the camera, they could really feel the atmosphere. It was very, very fun to watch. So thank you
Well,
so
thank you
much.
so much. It's so many compliments. I'm getting red now. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, it
Thank
is a
you.
movie that you actually have to watch again because it is so rich and on every
Have you seen
level.
it? Sorry for interruption. Have you seen it on the big screen or on the?
No, unfortunately, just on my laptop
Okay.
yesterday. Yeah. So,
But but on the screen it's even better.
of course, definitely. Also with the colors and
Yeah.
what I found very fascinating, something what I really appreciated that you have chosen Vivaldi music and but always the same, always the same how do you say, the same track. And it was so serving the whole movie, and it was just also gave her a nice frame as well. I never
What do
experienced
you
that.
think? What kind of framing? Because I totally I love what you are telling, but I want to ask. Maybe may I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Ah,
please.
no, because I mean it's because I also think that our choice of music of Vivaldi and the Bach we it gives to the movie. My idea was to give movie this irony. Maybe irony. It's not a no
Yes,
irony.
it
Irony to
was
things
irony.
we. It is, yeah. It is.
It was.
It works like that.
I mean, it's when you have Russian mafia or
Yeah.
Russian very special guys, and then you come with that music. I really like that sense of humor. It's a very intelligent humor. Nowadays, humor is getting so plain, so dirty, so cheap. But this is really
Yeah.
intelligent humor, what I really appreciated. So it
Thank
is
you.
very funny. In
Yeah.
once you said, you as a director and writer, you're like God. You can create a whole
Yes.
world, characters. So do you believe in God? Do you believe you are God? Do you believe you're the God of your movies? Do you think there is above you, there is a God?
No, I don't know. It's above or somewhere, but of course there is a power which is much bigger than me, and which we human beings we probably never would understand in this. But definitely, I am not so arrogant to think that the human being is the top of intelligence. Of course not. But I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what is it, how it looks, how it functions, but definitely there is some bigger intelligence or rule. This I believe, of course.
Or an order, a certain
You may
order.
call it God, of course, but there's
Yeah.
a rules
Yeah.
unwritten. You feel that rules in you feel and you know the ethic or whatever you can find so-called God in everywhere in
God.
yourself. Well,
Yeah.
if in yourself first.
Yeah. So it is very fascinating. You had that amazing quote. I see Roxy as a great opportunity to make a very special, funny, and at the same suspenseful movie about love and faith. So I was very surprised about that quote. Where to find love and faith in Roxy?
Yes, but maybe it's an older. Yeah, good question. My God, that's a really tough question because there is hard to find love, but at least there is a wish. I mean, because the main character, David Strizov's character, he's not able, as you told, while shooting, things are changing, In the
Mhm.
beginning, when we were writing first drafts, there was a love story between There was also one of the main stories. There was a love story between David, not David, but Thomas and
Thomas and his wife.
Lisa.
The wife, yeah. This is so funny. This is so funny. I was
But
really, yeah.
but you know, after we went and we start shooting, you know, suddenly I get bored, and everybody got bored. With you know with because I mean Thomas as David described him, and we described him, and we created him. He's not able to love. That's the point. He's trying. He's interested. What's the love? What is the friendship? What is, you know? He didn't know about it anything. So it's the first time he started to get in touch with these things, but at the moment he's not able because he is he's I don't know don't want to use a bad guy or no he's just
He's so
he's not
isolated.
he's not able to love.
Yeah.
He's not able to make sacrifice for anything. No, he's not. He suddenly found himself opportunist as an opportunist and as a uh, what's this word, conformist. He's ideal conformist.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the best conformist in the world.
Okay, let's go for Thomas Brenner. Yeah.
He could have a conversation. He could with Hitler, with Stalin, with everybody.
Yeah.
He is not hesitated with everything, you know. But he's fascinated by the talents which he found in himself because he didn't know about it.
He's
It's
actually
for
also,
him, it's like self creation. Wow,
yeah.
I can do that. Wow, I can do that. Wow, I can
I think
just
he's not impressed about the Russian mafia. He's impressed about himself, about
yeah,
his own
much,
ability. I think.
of course. Has
Yeah.
he's not even afraid of anybody's because he also doesn't have this feeling of fear, you know. No,
Mm.
he's doing everything he told to do.
Yeah.
He's a
So
taxi driver and he's telling about it. And he's never even watched somebody to the eyes.
yeah, he's such an invisible guy. So it is so fascinating, even more, that someone like Thomas Brenner, that he goes into something like Russian mafia or just Russian gangs, or when he lives so isolated and so distant from the world, from himself, and he don't like changes, not at all. So he don't want that anything is changing. And this is something what I love about this character. It makes him so human that he don't want any change, but then he goes so extreme into something like the mafia and try to steal, to kill, make very extreme things. That this is something I was, yeah.
Because
It's
he suddenly found out that he he can change fates of people. He gets power. He and you know, I mean, what's going on in the world, yeah, around. I mean, without any, if we if we will be honest, so it's a catastrophe is going on. Yeah, I mean, it's so much egoistic. It's a power games all the time, and it's boring, and it's danger because such people like Thomas Brenner getting more and more who never will ask themselves about ethic or whatever. These things that doesn't exist in his world, you know.
and he also has nothing to lose. Nobody knows him, and it's
No,
he's
he has nothing to lose.
the
Yes.
perfect assistant. It's really crazy. So, but you know, isolation. I think it's a big topic nowadays. So we can see also in that movie what where isolation can lead. I mean, into the Russian mafia. It's really crazy actually. So also something I really loved the decision you did in the beginning of the movie. There was just a voiceover. It were just some minutes until he spoke the first word, and that gave a very creative introduction to introduce the character and to give even more distance to the character himself. So I really like that style.
So much. I mean, it's a pleasure to hear all that things about your movie.
So
Thank you so
rich. Yeah, it's really rich. Also the colors, it's very aesthetic. I really liked also the pool when she was swimming in the pool and
Yeah,
with the red bikini. Everything was just so beautifully made. It was very aesthetic and I mean, there were a lot of also violent. It was also, yeah, very violent that I had to skip. And
really. Yeah, yeah. Sorry for that.
yeah, I mean, when the dog died, or just this was really, or
But
when they
you can't see anything there.
this is even when you just hear your fantasy is
It's
going
even
crazy. This,
more brutal. Yes.
yeah, so I had to skip this. So it was just, it has everything what you want from a movie, and it's the characters. There's also so much contrast from the characters. Was very. I really enjoyed the movie. So,
Thank you
um,
so much.
yeah, sure.
And what do you think? Who is winner, lion or tiger?
Oh, this is so funny. This is actually my last question. I immediately thought, I mean, of course, I think tiger. The first when I heard the question for the first time, I knew of course it's tiger. And but while you came out with the question, this is so cool when you have this question in the beginning and then in the end. I really love when something goes through the movie, and especially a question. That's how you
I
came
mean,
up with the question.
no, this is something which goes to my childhood, but that's not important. Important that in the movie there's two main guys. It's a Levan
Hmm.
who has a family and who is classical lion
Hmm.
because of pride. He has
Hmm.
his
Yeah.
pride. He has
Yeah.
his family. He has his assistants, girlfriend or wife and kid. So like exactly like normal lion's family. And David is a tiger. He's just absolutely, because tiger usually are very lonely. They're lonesome animal. They don't have families at all. They are living lonely life. And that was actually the idea to just have this kind of question behind,
Yeah.
and for guys who will find out. For somebody, for some viewers, it's just nothing. It's not connected to the story, but in reality, it's connected. It's sort of uh, funny joke about
I
this.
really love that. It's I really appreciate that. We had that when I went to drama school, we had that a lot, analyzing movies, and this is something I truly appreciate. It makes it so much more rich and fun to think. You always keep that question during the whole movie. So yeah, thank you so much for your time. It was really
Thank you so
inspiring.
much. It was very interesting, and thank you for your compliments. And I'm looking forward to what will come out after you will publish it.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.